So welcome back to this video, and this is demo 2. We're going to make a real traffic light. So we're going to start out by printing it, taking a traffic light, 3D printing it, and then we'll put it together with some LEDs. Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to be showing you how to print the traffic light. So I'm going to be using Bamboo Studio. It's a free piece of software. So I downloaded the file called trafficlight.stl. I'll just click it and then it's going to open in Bamboo Studio. There are a whole bunch of other things like SketchUp, Blender, where you could open STL files. But for the 3D printer I'm using, it's going to open in Bamboo Studio. Okay, so it's loading now. So, right, this is what it looks like loaded. I just want the traffic light, so I'm gonna have to right click and split this into objects and delete the stuff I don't want. Let's go back. Let's see, right click, split to objects, and see if I can only get the stuff I want there. And then maybe I get this piece, and then I'll delete the other stuff. Delete. Yeah, I'll delete that, and I'll delete. Maybe I'll keep this. So now I have 3 objects, and then all I'll do, I'll just put them all here. I'll just click Slice Plate. Okay. And then I'll just click Enable. This is a printing thing. Support is like it generates a support so that the things don't fall over. So I'll click Slice Plate again. I'll click Device. I'll just connect the printer I already have. So this is the printer I already have. Bamboo Lab A1. So it's connecting. Now it's connected. Bamboo Lab A1. I'll just synchronize some info. Yep. And that's pretty much it. Once so I synchronize the kind of filaments I have. So all you have to do in Bamboo Lab is click Slice Plate, which gets it ready for printing. And then after that, you just click Print, and that's pretty much it. And then you just choose what color you want it to be in. Here, I'll be choosing yellow. And that's it. I'll just click Send, and it's going to start printing. With 3D printing, the only trick is you have to click here called Enable Support so that the things don't fall over. But that's about it. You open the file, you click Slice, and then you enable support, and then you click Print. Okay, so now we're going to click the Send button, and once I click this, it's going to be sending the file to the printer. Okay, so we'll click Send, and then that's pretty much it. Preparing the print job, sending the print job over to the local area network, and then it says it's going to take 1 hour, and it's going to use 17 grams of filament. Okay, so now the printer is starting to heat up, and this window will show the progress of the print as it happens. It's gonna take an hour. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of waiting. And okay, so if you see here, it says estimate. It's gonna take 1 hour and 8 minutes, and there's some progress. It's at 0%, so it's homing the tool head. And then after this, it's going to be preheating, and then it's going to start printing. So now it's starting to print, it's starting to calibrate, and I'm going to switch over this video to an actual video of the printing, just so you can see what it looks like live. All right. So After 3D printing, we're left with these things here. So we're gonna be sticking them together with glue. But first, we're going to wire this up with LEDs. So we're gonna put red on top. What I'm going to be doing is I'm gonna take a red LED here, and then I will be putting it over here, and I'll just always keep the anode on top. The anode is the longer leg, that's where the power goes in, to simplify it. So here, we're gonna hook that in over there just like this. Okay, so the longer legs on top. Next, yellow, longer legs on top, hooking it like that. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna do that with green. We're gonna keep as well the longer leg on top. Alright, let's just push it in. So now we have our traffic light wired, and what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna glue it together. So I'm gonna just be taking glue, putting that here, and then gluing that together like this. In the next video, we're gonna wire up our traffic light, and you'll see that over here. All right, thanks very much. So now in this part of the video, we are going to wire everything up. As you can see in this diagram, it's going to be pretty similar to this here. And then we are going to wire that up together. Then we're going to add the code. Okay, so now the glue worked, and then you can see this traffic cone over here. Now it's glued together, and the anode is at the top, and we're going to be wiring all of this with Arduino. So take your Arduino board. We're going to be using digital pins 5, 3, and 1, and then we're going to be hooking that to a ground wire. Okay, so let's start. We're going to get our Arduino here, our breadboard, right, and let's just hope that this all fits. Okay, and let's put this over here. Right, okay, so first we're gonna be hooking up a ground wire over here, GND on your Arduino, so a GND, and then you're gonna be hooking it to one of these minus signs. So we're gonna be hooking that to the minus sign of the breadboard. So what it does is the whole bottom rail is now ground. And then we're going to be taking three of these resistors, 470 ohm resistors, same as the last session, and we're just going to be using that as power. So we're going to be hooking this, it'll go to row 1 and row 4. Okay. I hope I don't break it. Then I'll be getting a few more for my 470. I'll be hooking this now to, I'll bend it. I'll be hooking this up now to rows maybe 5 and 4, 5 and 9. This will go to 5, and then you will go to 9. So 5 and 9. Second resistor in, and then let's put my third resistor. And I'm gonna hook this up now to 10 and 14. Okay, so now we have all the resistors ready, and then we're gonna go and hook up the traffic lights. Let me just get that in to 14, and then I'll get this to hole number 4. All right, so it's all set up. Okay, I hope, yeah. So you have all the resistors ready, and then this is all set up. And the next thing is with power, since all the resistors now have power, you'll be hooking this from 4, this alligator clip, I'll be hooking this to the top of each. I'll be hooking this at the top of each part of the breadboard, and then I'm gonna be hooking this to the top of the top part of the LED, the anode. So the red goes to the top of the anode. I'll be hooking that just like this, and basically that creates the circuit. Okay, and then we'll be wiring up the rest. Let's continue. So next we're gonna be putting this second alligator clip. We're gonna be putting at the bottom of the first LED, the cathode. I'm gonna be hooking that up to the cathode, and okay, let me get that. Ooh, this clip's a bit tough. Okay, then I'll be hooking this to the second part, the cathode, over there. So where'd I put that? So now the circuit is live. I'm gonna be putting this on my ground rail. So now the first LED is ready, and I'm gonna be hooking that up to power. So I'm gonna use digital pin 5, and I'll hook that up to row number 1. So our first light is set up, and then we're gonna be doing this for the rest of the lights as well. So I'll be hooking this alligator pin to the second LED, the yellow one. It's a bit finicky. Okay, here we go. This is a lot, well, even if this is hard, this is a lot easier than soldering it, right? So soldering it is the other way to connect it, which is a bit more challenging. So let me, I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of this video, so I'm gonna pause it and give us time to wire. So every alligator clip red goes onto the top part of the LED. Okay, so now I have it all set up. If you can see, red clip goes to the anode, cathode gets the black clip, and then we're just gonna go wire this, and I know it's a bit messy. So okay, we're gonna take now we're gonna do the yellow one, red, you're gonna get power on the 9th, and then this piece on the green, you're gonna get power on row 14. Which is here, and then we just have to wire everything, all the black clips. Now we're gonna have to wire it on a ground rail, so I'm gonna wire this on the ground rail, and then I'm gonna wire the last black clip now to another ground rail. Okay, so now we have everything wired up, and then the next thing is to put power. So it's getting messy, but now we have to go to pin number, so this is connected to pin number 5, 6. Then we have to go to pin number 3, and I'll connect this to this bottom rail here. So this will be connected to row number 5 to give row number 5 power. And then lastly, we're gonna go to pin number 1 here, and then we're gonna put power onto. We're gonna get the power on pin number 10. Right, so now everything has power, and we should be good to go. So this red pin should go to the same thing to get power. Right, it's gonna go to number 9. This thing is gonna be on the same 14 to get power. Alright, So now this is all wired correctly. Okay, so now if you could see, it's a bit messy because instead of the LED on the breadboard, we put the LEDs onto the actual traffic light you see here, and then now we're gonna get the code and get it to work. So I think, let me just move it a bit. With here, you could see, I'll just have a good video later on so you could see the traffic light in action. Alright, so now it's all wired up and let's write the code. So now that everything's wired up, we're going to launch Arduino and we're going to write the code. So again, we're gonna just use pin mode, digital write, and delay, same as the previous video. The only difference is when we wired it, we used something called Alligator wire clip so that you didn't have to actually solder it. You just had to clip it in, even if it's a bit challenging. But at least it lets you bring it to life. Okay, so that's everything wired up and working. So now we're going to go code it with pretty much this code that you saw on the Tinkercad. We'll just bring that to life in Arduino. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start with our Arduino. So the first thing is, again, you're gonna set up pin mode 5 output. We're gonna be using pin mode 5, 3, and 1. Pin mode 5. We're gonna set pin 3 as an output, and then pin mode 1 as an output as well. Okay, next thing, step 1, turn on the red light, so digital write 5 high. Okay, then we're gonna do a delay, maybe 2 seconds, and then step 2, we're going to turn off the red, turn on the yellow. So digital write 5 low, this is turning off the red light and then turning on the yellow light, and then we'll do a delay 2000. And then step 3, we're gonna turn off the yellow and then turn on the green. Okay, so same thing here. Let's turn off the yellow, digital write 3 low, digital write and then digital 1 high, and then delay 2000. Step 4, turn off the green light, and then it's gonna repeat. So digital write 1 low. Okay, since that's our code set up, we're going to click verify, and then we're gonna run that. Click upload, and that's our code working. That's our stoplight, which moves every 2 seconds. All right, with that, we have our first 3D printed Arduino piece of code. Enjoy. So here you see everything working. So that's the GND pin connected to pin 5, 3, and 1. And then that's the wiring. So that's how your traffic light is gonna look. Red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green. Okay, so it's a bit messy, so I'm gonna zoom a bit just so you could see. But with this diagram, you're able to see how something 3D printed can be wired to an Arduino and you can make something real. Alright, thanks very much.